If you're trying to start a side hustle right now, chances are you're doing too much. You're trying to do 5 ideas,
watching 10 YouTubers,
and wondering why nothing's working.
We've been there.
2 brothers chasing side hustles after working a 9 to 5.
Now, we run a multi-million-dollar business, and here's the truth.
Focus beats effort every single time.
So in this video, we're breaking down the 5 cheats that'll help any side hustler stop wasting time
and finally start building momentum. So the first step is figure out your core offer and just stick with that. Now, in anything we do, we just focus on one thing because it allows us to get more done. So just imagine filling up a cup of water and you only had 1 glass. It's gonna be a lot easier to fill that up versus filling up multiple glasses. So it's gonna allow you to be able to build momentum. That's the first thing. And then second thing, you're gonna have more bandwidth. You're not gonna be thinking about like, oh, I gotta focus on my barber business. Oh, but I also gotta focus on my wrap shop. But I also gotta focus on my tinting business. So you're gonna have more brain power to just dial in and lock in. So that's one of the things that we do now, is we just focus on one thing. Now, the second thing I would focus on is getting your name out there and getting experience. So for example, if you're just starting out brand new, fresh, and you have no experience and you want to charge customers, those customers that are paying, they're gonna want to know that you're someone who's reputable, who's someone who's not gonna just show up, take their money and not do the work. So it's important to get experience, to get a portfolio. So if you have to work for free in the beginning to get, those clients, maybe get a few testimonials, get a few reviews, it's gonna be important because now once you're ready to charge customers the prices that you need to charge, it's gonna be a lot easier to get them. So get your name out there, get experience, and start building up your portfolio. Now, the third tip I would give is get a lot of reviews to be able to get a lot of social proof. So for us, we're an e-commerce business, and especially in e-commerce, reviews are very important because a lot of customers, the way they purchase their products is they look at the description, they look at the images, but they go all the way down and they look at the reviews. So for me, I tend to do that a lot, especially when I'm buying electronics. I want to see if people had bad experiences, if the electronic is going to break on them. So I want to know what other people are saying. So when you're first starting out, it's going to be very important to get those reviews. If you have to incentivize them by giving them a discount, or maybe in the future, once they come back to you, giving them a discount for a review, it's gonna make your business, especially if you're just starting out. Who's gonna trust a business with no reviews, no experience? So not a lot of people. So reviews are gonna be very important, and at least for us in e-commerce, that's one of the things that we're pushing towards a lot more. Even though we have a lot of reviews, we want more reviews. The fourth tip I would give for side hustlers or people that are just starting out their business is to make it as easy as possible for the customer to purchase. Now for us, we're in e-commerce, so we have to make it super frictionless for them to purchase. One of the ways we do that is, I know that similar to how Amazon started doing one payment checkout, we're trying to figure out a way for them to be able to check out. And one of the ways we found out how to do that is through PayPal. For an example, if you're just starting out and you're a service-based business, a lot of people are not gonna carry cash. For me, I don't carry cash. So even though you have to spend a little bit of money to buy a card reader or like to set up a processor like in your phone, it's gonna be worth it. And I know that some companies like Square already do that, to where yes, you're gonna pay a little bit of fee up front, but you're gonna make it super easy. If you make it super easy, more people are gonna be willing to just buy. The fifth and final tip I'm gonna give is to track everything that's important for you. So if you don't track it, it's because it's not important. And that's one of the things we learned a little bit later in business.
Yeah, I think as once gets bigger, like our company has gotten a lot bigger, there's certain metrics that are important that maybe not just not the basic ones. But especially if you're just starting out or you're a beginner, there's 3 that I could think of the top of my head that are extremely important to track. One is the sales, common sense. It tells you kind of like how your business is doing and how your side hustle is doing. The other one that we didn't track well was the expenses. That's extremely important because your expenses can't be above your sales. The other one is where your customers are coming from. If you look at that information and that data, all you had to do is where's most of it coming from, and just go and double down on that, and just that's your sole and only focus. So I would say that those really are the top metrics, especially when you're starting out. Like for us, it's that, but at the same time, it's also the conversions, the click-through rate, just different metrics that allows us to make better decisions and what to focus on. Like for example, our conversions suck. Okay, we need to make our listing better, and the reviews, and so just different stage of business. But at the beginning stage, I would say it's that.
Yeah, and the final thing, you don't need fancy software, you don't need fancy equipment to track it. Just as simple as a spreadsheet, or maybe you just get a report from your bank. That's all you're gonna need in the beginning. You don't need to spend like a lot of money to be able to track it on software.